This episode is brought to you by Fox One. Watch all 104 matches of the FIFA World Cup live in 4K for just $19.99 a month with 3 days free. Build your own multi-view, choose up to 3 streams, and follow player spotlights. Stay on top of every moment with live stats, highlights, and instant replays. The FIFA World Cup, streaming live on Fox One. Offers are subject to change. See fox.com for complete terms and conditions.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me. Taxi. Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
You are now diving headfirst into the Stone Zone. Well, I was one of the first in the country to call this, but Colombia has now delivered victory for the conservative populist realignment that is sweeping Latin America. Over the last year, we have seen conservatives move into positions of power through democratic elections in Argentina, Peru, Chile, Honduras, and I predict Guatemala is next. Now, Colombia has elected a Trump-backed lawyer, Abelardo de Espriella, who won Sunday's presidential runoff over left-wing Senator Ivan Cepeda, according to preliminary results. With all ballots now counted, de la Espriella captured 49.66% against Cepeda's 48.7%, a margin of roughly 248,000 votes. Known publicly as the Tiger, de Espriella came out of nowhere, gathered the 2 million signatures necessary outside their party structure to get his name on the ballot, and campaigned on restoring law and order, confronting armed criminal groups, lowering taxes, expanding energy production, and reducing the size of government. His victory ends 4 years of leftist rule under President Gustavo Petro, who was constitutionally barred from seeking another term. Petro is also famous for having sex with trannies, but that's another story. Petro and Cepeda have questioned, of course, the preliminary count and called for scrutiny, even claiming, most improbably, that Israel had somehow hacked the voting count. Bottom line of their protests, they lost. It's all absolute hogwash. Petro, of course, has been a vocal opponent of President Trump, releasing unhinged diatribes against Trump publicly and colluding, I should say, with other leftists in the region in an attempt to halt the success of the Don Roe doctrine. The result in Colombia follows a broader regional rejection of socialist failure. As I said, conservative governments candidates have gained ground in Argentina, Chile, Honduras, Peru, El Salvador, and now Colombia. Up next, Guatemala. President Nayib Bukele's dramatic crackdown on violent gangs has shown voters that determined leadership can restore public safety, while Argentina's Javier Milei has challenged the spending, inflation, and debt produced by decades of left-wing economics. For Washington, Colombia's turn offers a strategic opportunity. A conservative partner could strengthen the fight against narco-trafficking, resist Chinese influence in this hemisphere, promote free enterprise, and rebuild regional security. It appears that the Trump effect is spilling over to other countries in this hemisphere. People across our entire hemisphere are ready to make the Americas great again. This is the type of renaissance we need to create stability, needed to reshore jobs, take industry back, and foster a broad prosperity that will last for many decades to come. Meanwhile, Vice President J.D. Vance led the American delegation into high-stakes peace talks in Iran on Sunday, carrying President Donald Trump's message that diplomacy is welcome, but America's strength is not negotiable. Meeting at Switzerland's Bergenstock Resort, Vance joined White House envoys Jared Kushner and Stephen Witkoff for the first round of U.S.-Iranian negotiations since April. Officials from Pakistan and Qatar served as mediators. The talks are expected to begin a 60-day process aimed at restricting Iran's nuclear program and easing regional tensions. But there are certainly hang-ups regarding this tenuous peace process. I urge you to sit back a bit and not jump at everything you see at social media, because there's a great deal of disinformation out there. But I think, for instance, Iran has claimed that Israel violated the ceasefire through operations in Lebanon. Before meeting Iranian representatives, Vance confirmed with the prime ministers of Pakistan and Qatar, along with Pakistan's military commander. He said the moment presents a choice. We can either establish a new relationship in the Middle East, or we can return to the failed patterns of the past. Vance emphasized that Sunday's discussions will not resolve every dispute overnight. Instead, they begin the technical work of identifying each side's priorities and then moving forward to a workable agreement from there. President Trump reinforced the administration's peace through strength posture on Truth Social. He warned yet again that Iran would be hit harder than before, as they were in Midnight Hammer and Epic Fury, unless it reins in Hezbollah and its other proxies in Lebanon. The Trump administration seeks regional peace, but Tehran will not secure concessions through nuclear pressure, terrorist proxies, or threats against global commerce. J.D. Vance understands this better than few others and is remarkable in articulating the America First foreign policy. I told him so in a text exchange day before yesterday. The peace process is in good hands with him, taking a greater leadership role in winding down the conflict with Iran. We all pray that the MOU will lead to a lasting peace.